In 1976, the film King Kong made its grand entrance into theaters, captivating audiences with its blend of adventure and romance. Produced by Dino De Laurentiis and directed by John Guillermin, it featured a compelling cast, including Jeff Bridges, Charles Grodin, and Jessica Lange, who embarked on her acting career in this notable role. The movie not only showcased the iconic giant ape, but also highlighted the emotional depth of its story, allowing King Kong to resonate with viewers on a personal level. However, behind the scenes, things were not as glamorous. Jessica Lange faced significant hurdles during the casting process. She was told she was too unattractive to be the film's leading lady, leading to feelings of deep humiliation and dejection. Such harsh judgments about her appearance were difficult to bear, especially as she stepped into the spotlight to establish her career. Despite this rocky beginning, Lange's talent shone through. Her portrayal brought both vulnerability and strength, eventually winning audiences over and transforming her initial setback into a remarkable success story. Her experience stands as a testament to the challenges faced by aspiring actors in an industry often fixated on appearance.
Let me straighten you out on a couple of points. One,
the original 1933 King Kong was filmed on a 40-acre backlot in Culver City, which has significant historical importance in the world of cinema. This location was not just home to King Kong, it hosted the production of many other classic shows and films. Among these are beloved series like The Andy Griffith Show, and cinematic masterpieces such as Gone with the Wind. While the vibrant film history of the area brings nostalgia, its landscape has changed dramatically over the years. Today, the once bustling backlot has evolved into an industrial area. Many of the original studios and sound stages have been replaced by modern structures, yet there are still remnants of its glorious past. A few metal signs stand vigil, commemorating the rich legacy that was created there. These markers offer a glimpse into the golden age of film, reminding visitors and locals alike of the creative energy that once filled the air. The memory of the productions that took place in this now transformed location continues to resonate within the community.
You ready, Bone?
Okay. It's hot.
Michael Eisner, at that time an executive with ABC, had a vision for a remake of the classic King Kong film. His idea quickly caught the attention of Dino De Laurentiis, a well-known producer who acquired the rights from RKO, the original studio behind the 1933 classic. This acquisition set the wheels in motion for a modern retelling of the iconic story of the giant ape. The production team decided that this new King Kong would stand at an impressive 40 feet tall, making him a striking figure on screen. Creating such a massive animatronic version of Kong was no small task. The construction involved a complex framework made of 3.5 tons of aluminum, making it both lightweight and sturdy. The design included rubber materials that allowed for lifelike movements, while over 1,000 pounds of Argentinian horse tails were used to create the appearance of fur. The result was a puppet that was both imposing and believable in its actions. To bring this mechanical giant to life, a team of 20 skilled operators was required to manipulate its movements and expressions. The total cost of building this mechanical King Kong reached a staggering $1.7 million, showcasing the dedication and effort poured into the project. This meticulous attention to detail and innovative engineering reflected the ambition behind the 1976 remake, setting it apart from its predecessors and introducing a new generation to the legend of King Kong.
Oh my God.
Giant hydraulic gorilla arms played a significant role in the making of the 1976 movie King Kong, designed specifically for scenes featuring Kong's interaction with the character played by Jessica Lange. These enormous arms measured a staggering 6 feet across, and each weighed around 1,600 pounds, demonstrating engineering ingenuity and theatrical ambition. The filmmakers aimed to create a convincing portrayal of King Kong's strength and size, and these hydraulic arms were crucial for achieving that effect. Amid the excitement of filming, one of the hydraulic arms famously broke during production. This incident added an unexpected twist to the filming process, as the malfunction left the arm frozen in a position that displayed an extended middle finger. The arm remained in this defiant pose for a week, creating both amusement and challenges for the crew. This quirky moment in the production of King Kong highlighted the unpredictability of filmmaking, especially when integrating such complex mechanical designs. The large hydraulic arms remain a noteworthy aspect of the film's legacy, symbolizing the innovative spirit of the era and the lengths to which filmmakers would go to bring their vision to life.
Sorry, man.
So much.
Kong's vocalizations were a unique aspect of the movie that helped bring the giant ape to life. Peter Cullen, who is well known for his voice acting work, recorded these sounds. During the process, he pushed his vocal cords to the limit, straining them significantly to capture the various growls and roars that conveyed Kong's emotions. These vocalizations played an essential role in building Kong's character, allowing the audience to connect with him emotionally. On the other hand, Jessica Lange's screen test for King Kong was a notable moment in her career. She performed 3 different scenes, showcasing her range and ability to portray complex emotions. Initially, her performance was deemed unsuitable for the role, but she left a lasting impression on the producers. Her determination and talent caught their eye, leading to her securing her first major movie deal. This screen test not only marked the beginning of Lange's successful career in Hollywood, but also led to her signing a contract with the studio, cementing her status as an emerging star in the film industry.
You want me to cable Harvard or Yale and get Kong another keeper?
Coast-to-coast tours, Beauty and the Beast is a grotesque farce.
You say the
Special effects for the 1976 movie King Kong were a groundbreaking part of the film's success, overseen by the talented Carlo Rambaldi. He created an impressive 7 distinct masks for King Kong, each designed to showcase a range of emotions. This clever approach allowed the character to connect with the audience on an emotional level, something that was essential for the storytelling. Each mask had its own mechanics for facial expressions, making Kong appear more lifelike and relatable. To bring Kong's facial expressions to life, a dedicated team worked off-set. They were responsible for controlling the different masks. Inside each mask, there was a plastic skull with artificial muscle groups that were activated by cables. This innovative technology allowed for fluid and realistic movements, making Kong's reactions more believable in various scenes. The combination of Rambaldi's creative designs and the precise control from the team resulted in an iconic representation of the legendary creature, setting a new standard for special effects in the film industry. The intricate mechanics of Kong's facial expressions played a crucial role in immersing viewers in the emotional depth of the film. Filming for the movie started in San Pedro, California. This location helped capture the initial scenes, including establishing shots of the Petrox Explorer, which was crucial for setting up the story. Following this, the production team moved to New York City to film significant scenes that took advantage of the iconic skyline. Among these, the sequence involving the World Trade Center was particularly noteworthy. It required high-angle shots, showcasing the military surrounding the towers, creating a sense of scale and urgency in the movie. The World Trade Center sequence was filmed not once but twice, which significantly raised the production costs, amounting to nearly $250,000. This investment was necessary to achieve the visual impact that the filmmakers aimed for. One of the remarkable aspects of this filming was the extensive number of background personnel involved. In fact, it featured the largest crowd scene ever recorded in a Hollywood production up to that time. The inclusion of so many extras contributed to the overall realism of the scenes, making the threats posed by King Kong more palpable and the surrounding chaos more believable. This attention to detail helped to elevate the film, ensuring it captured the imagination of its audience.
Said I could come ashore on the first boat.
You really should wait until the recon is gone, ma'am.
Oh, the hell I will.
Initially, the Petrox Explorer in the movie King Kong was based on the U.S. Navy's research vessel Melville. This vessel had a journey of its own in the movie production, as it faced challenges in securing permission to be used as a filming location. The production team encountered hurdles and was initially denied the opportunity to use the vessel. However, after appealing directly to the White House, they managed to gain the necessary approval. This reflects how the film industry often navigates bureaucratic obstacles to achieve its artistic vision. Additionally, the name Petrox itself serves as a clever pun. It draws on the pet rock fad that fascinated audiences during the time of the film's release in 1976. The pet rock, a simple yet trendy item, symbolized the quirky consumer culture of the era. By choosing a name that echoed this fad, the filmmakers intertwined a sense of humor with a pop culture reference, giving the film a contemporary feel. This combination of real-life naval research with a playful nod to popular trends added layers to the movie's setting and character, creating a unique backdrop for the story of King Kong. At a breakfast conference held to celebrate the start of principal photography for the 1976 film King Kong, Jessica Lange made headlines by posing in a giant rubber gorilla hand. Her playful act was intended to engage the gathered photographers, but she surprised them by refusing to scream, which was likely anticipated for dramatic effect. This unconventional decision left many in attendance disappointed, as they expected a classic response that would fit the theme of the film. The production team had a significant task at hand when it came to casting the film, as various actresses were considered for the pivotal role that Jessica Lange eventually landed. Notably, Meryl Streep was among those actresses in contention. However, an interesting twist arose when Dino De Laurentiis' son dismissed Streep, declaring that she was too ugly for the part. Streep's reaction, delivered perfectly in Italian, stunned everyone present, showcasing her ability to respond with grace and poise. This incident highlighted the sometimes harsh realities of casting in Hollywood, where personal opinions can play an outsized role in shaping the film's future. The event not only marked the beginning of a major cinematic project, but also reflected the complexities and dynamics that characteristically unfold behind the scenes during the making of a film. It was a moment that blended both lightheartedness and the serious nature of selecting talent for such a visually and emotionally charged production.
An old-fashioned image, huh?
I don't know. What do you think?
Despite challenges, Meryl Streep emerged as one of Hollywood's most notable and celebrated actresses. Released in December 1976, King Kong had a mixed reception from critics, reflecting a variety of opinions on its quality and execution. While some reviewers found fault with the film, it resonated well with audiences, resulting in significant box office success. Viewers often describe King Kong as an entertaining and fun experience, making it a popular choice for those seeking adventure and spectacle. The film, featuring groundbreaking special effects for its time, showcased impressive visuals that captivated audiences and contributed to its financial achievements. Even with the critical divide, King Kong's ability to engage the public demonstrates its place in cinematic history. In the backdrop of Streep's evolving career, her involvement in iconic projects began defining her trajectory in the film industry, highlighting her talent and potential for future successes.
You really think that's gonna ring the bell? Promise oil, bring back a monkey?
Look at that Exxon campaign. We'll put a tiger in your tank.
Heard about a giant beast are true. This updated plot provides a modern twist to the story, reflecting contemporary concerns about the environment and corporate exploitation. Although the film may lack some of the original's transformative power, it compensates through its emotional depth and character development. In this adaptation, King Kong transcends mere beastly brutality. He is portrayed as a misunderstood creature whose emotional spectrum is revealed through his relationship with the film's lead, Dwan. This relationship adds layers to the narrative, allowing audiences to empathize with Kong's plight, rather than simply viewing him as a monster to be feared. While some critics argue that this emotional framing softens the creature, others believe it is a necessary evolution that emphasizes the tragedy of Kong's existence, thus revitalizing the character for a modern audience. Visually, the film also represents a significant leap forward in special effects technology. The 1976 adaptation relies on a blend of animatronics and practical effects that, at its time, were groundbreaking. Although contemporary audiences may find the effects to have aged poorly when compared to today's CGI, during its release, the film succeeded in creating a believable Kong that could interact convincingly with real actors. While some reviewers lament that the practical effects sometimes lack the subtlety of later digital innovations, many appreciate the tangible, physical presence that these effects brought to the character. It is this combination of innovation and charm that contributed to its initial allure and continues to resonate with nostalgia. However, the pacing and narrative structure of the 1976 film have faced criticism. Some argue that it meanders too often and stretches certain scenes unnecessarily, diluting the overall tension and sense of urgency that an adventure of this kind demands. In contrast, proponents of the film defend this slower pace, suggesting that it allows for a deeper character exploration and more meaningful interactions between the human characters and Kong. They argue that by establishing a more profound connection between the characters, the film ultimately heightens the emotional stakes when tragedy strikes. Another point of contention is the film's treatment of gender roles, particularly surrounding Duan's character, who is often seen as a damsel in distress. Critics highlight that Duan's agency is somewhat limited compared to other adaptations, particularly the original 1933 version, where Fei Rei's character exhibited more independence and resilience. Others feel, however, that Duan's portrayal captures a certain era's cinematic style, with her character's progression from a naive woman to someone who stands by Kong offers a unique perspective on vulnerability and empowerment. The setting and themes have also been subjects of debate among viewers. The shift from the classic film's focus on Hollywood, with its emphasis on filmmaking, to a storyline centered around corporate greed and environmental concerns marks a significant thematic departure. Some viewers embrace this modern take, arguing that it reflects pressing global issues that remain relevant today. Conversely, critics assert that this change detracts from the mythic quality of the original, infusing the narrative with political undertones that may overshadow the fairy tale aspects that made the story timeless. In the end, while many agree that the 1976 version of King Kong is not the strongest entry in the franchise, it certainly has its merits. It introduces audiences to a more nuanced portrayal of Kong, establishes a contemporary context for the story, and showcases impressive effects for its time. Its emotional weight is palpable, and the character dynamics offer a fresh lens through which to view the iconic story. Although it is often overshadowed by its predecessors and successors, this adaptation persists in captivating audiences with its heart, creativity, and modern resonance.
Memorable.
I'm Amir Jack.
As the final images of King Kong fade from the screen, a different kind of story awaits. While the giant ape's roar may echo in our memories, the untold tales of the remarkable cast linger just beyond the spotlight. With their lives shaped by this iconic film, the journey of these actors reveals a tapestry of triumphs, struggles, and unexpected turns. What became of the legendary performers who brought King Kong and the world around him to life? In this exclusive bonus segment, we will delve into the real-life adventures of the cast. Discover how their careers evolved in the years following the film, the successes that defined their future, the roles that challenged them, and the personal stories that colored their lives. We will unveil the stunning transformations and poignant moments that showcase their resilience and creativity. Prepare to step into the shadows of the movie set as we uncover what truly happened to the faces behind this timeless tale. Charles Grodin's portrayal of Fred Wilson in the 1976 film King Kong showcased his ability to blend charm with a darker edge. Wilson, a complex character driven by ambition and greed, became a memorable part of the film's narrative. Grodin's performance was marked by a subtle mix of humor and tension, reflecting the struggles of a man who revels in the pursuit of fame and fortune, no matter the cost. This role stood out in a career that often balanced between comedy and drama, proving Grodin could handle intense characters as easily as he did light-hearted roles. After King Kong, Grodin faced various personal and professional challenges. He struggled with the pressures of fame, which sometimes led him into controversy. In the early 1990s, he famously had a bitter public feud with producer Lorne Michaels over his role on Saturday Night Live. Grodin also dealt with personal hardships, such as navigating the complexities of his relationships and facing the reality of a changing industry that sometimes left him marginalized. In the years leading up to his passing, Grodin found solace in his family life and continued to work sporadically. He famously returned to television with his talk show, where he displayed his signature wit. His contributions to entertainment remain significant, blending sharp insights with a reflective approach on his past experiences. The last known information indicates that Grodin passed away in May 2021, leaving behind a legacy rich with complex characters, shaped by his own enigmatic journey through life. Forrest J. Ackerman appeared as a fleeing extra in the 1976 film King Kong. His brief moment on screen captured an era of genre filmmaking, emphasizing his presence in a film that brought together action, adventure, and horror. While this role was minor, Ackerman's contributions to science fiction and fantasy ran much deeper. He was known for creating the term sci-fi and was a significant figure in the horror and fantasy fandom communities. His home, the Acker Mansion, housed an extensive collection of memorabilia, showcasing his devotion to the genre. However, his life was not without turmoil. Ackerman faced personal hardships, including financial troubles, and the tragic loss of friends and contemporaries in the film industry. Scandals also marked his life. Accusations of exploitation in the fan community lingered, casting a shadow over his legacy. In his later years, Ackerman dealt with health issues that limited his public appearances. The last known information indicates that he passed away in 2008, leaving behind a complex legacy of both dedication to genre cinema and the Hollywood struggles that defined him.
How do you know I was in Aries?
In the 1976 movie King Kong, John Ager played a city official, bringing a stern presence to the unfolding chaos. His role, though not central, was crucial in depicting the government's response to the monstrous threat and the ensuing panic. Ager's character reflected the tension and desperation of a city on the brink of disaster, heightening the film's emotional weight. Ager's career spanned several decades, starting in the 1940s when he found fame in B-movies. Known for his distinctive voice and commanding look, he starred in films such as Attack of the Puppet People and The Mole People. However, his career faced challenges due to personal struggles, notably his battle with alcoholism, which led to a decline in roles during the 1970s. Ager suffered greatly from the impact of his addiction, distancing himself from family and friends. Later in life, Ager attempted to rebuild his image, but faced difficulties in finding steady work. He made occasional appearances in television shows and films, but the promise of his earlier career never fully returned. The darkness of his personal challenges shadowed his later years, leading to a life marked by regret and lost opportunities. Ager passed away in 2002, with his final years reflecting a complicated legacy of a once promising star grappling with personal demons.
Let's look at another picture. This is taken from
Jeff Bridges' portrayal of Jack Prescott in the 1976 film King Kong marked a pivotal moment in his career. Prescott is a paleontologist who becomes deeply involved in the chaos surrounding the giant ape. Bridges infused the character with a mix of charm and vulnerability, establishing him as a relatable hero amidst the film's spectacle. This role showcased Bridges' early ability to handle complex characters in tense situations, setting the stage for his later successes. After King Kong, Bridges' career flourished, but it was not without its challenges. He faced personal hardships, including bouts of alcohol addiction that plagued his early adulthood. His struggle with substance abuse was a dark chapter, yet he eventually found a path to sobriety that helped revitalize his career. Throughout his life, Bridges has maintained a strong bond with his family, particularly with his father, actor Lloyd Bridges, and brother Beau. In recent years, Jeff has battled lymphoma, a journey that has shaped his outlook and resilience. Despite this, he continues to work on projects that resonate with him, remaining a prominent figure in Hollywood. He recently shared insights into his health struggles and recovery, emphasizing a life focused on gratitude and creativity. Renee Auberjonois portrayed Bagley in the 1976 film King Kong, adding a layer of intrigue to the story. Bagley, an opportunistic character, epitomized the greed that drives humans in their quest for power. Auberjonois' performance was marked by a mix of charm and darkness, showcasing the moral ambiguity of his character. His portrayal captured the essence of a man driven by ambition, using cunning and manipulation to achieve his goals. After King Kong, Auberjonois built a diverse career, known for his roles in television series like Star Trek Deep Space Nine and Boston Justice. He also found success on stage, earning accolades for his theatrical performances. However, his life was not without tribulation. He faced the loss of his parents at an early age, which deeply affected him. Later, Auberjonois battled health issues, including a significant weight loss struggle and throat cancer that led to his passing in December 2022. Despite difficulties, he remained a beloved figure in the acting community, celebrated for his talent and depth. His legacy endures through his extensive body of work, capturing the complexities of human nature on screen and stage. Rick Baker played a significant role in the 1976 movie King Kong, bringing the iconic giant ape to life through his groundbreaking special effects and makeup techniques. His work in this film showcased his ability to combine artistry with technology, creating a creature that evoked fear and empathy. Baker's portrayal of King Kong captured the character's immense size and tragic nature, bringing depth to the character beyond the franchise's previous interpretations. However, Baker's career was marked by struggle. After King Kong, he faced challenges with the rise of computer-generated imagery, which threatened traditional practical effects. He battled industry shifts and declining opportunities while striving to keep his craft relevant. Personal hardships also shaped his life. Baker faced intense scrutiny as a public figure and dealt with the pressures of fame, including turbulent relationships in his personal life. In recent years, Baker has stepped back from full-time work in the industry, using his experience to mentor younger artists. Despite the quieter pace of his later years, his legacy in special effects endures, influencing many in the film world. There have been no major recent updates on his current activities or health status, leaving fans to reflect on his profound impact in the cinematic universe.
Bars at Princeton, the same way there are in Hollywood, Jack. You want out? You want me to cable Harvard or Yale and get Kong another keeper?
Joe Piscopo appeared in a small role in the 1976 film King Kong, marking one of his earliest entries in the film industry. His role, though minor, allowed him to showcase his budding talent in a production that would later become iconic. This experience set the stage for his emergence as a comedian and actor, culminating in his breakout on Saturday Night Live in the 1980s. However, Piscopo's career has been marked by challenges. Throughout the years, he faced personal and professional struggles, including a turbulent marriage with his first wife, which ended in divorce, leading to significant emotional and financial strain. His turn toward stand-up comedy was often overshadowed by issues with alcohol, and later, a struggle with personal identity as he sought to break free from the typecast of comedian. In recent years, Piscopo has tried to revitalize his career through various performances and projects. He remains active in the entertainment industry, performing live shows and engaging with fans. His life continues to be complex, marked by moments of triumph and despair, echoing the struggles of many artists in the public eye. As of now, there is little concrete information about his latest endeavors, leaving a sense of curiosity about his ongoing journey.
What the hell are you talking about? Who is this Joker?
Beats me,
Oh, he's wearing one of your crew jerseys.
Take it easy,
John Randolph portrayed Captain Ross in the 1976 movie King Kong, a character marked by a mix of ambition and moral ambiguity. Randolph's performance captured the essence of a man grappling with the ethical implications of capturing a beast for entertainment, revealing a darker side of humanity's obsession with power and spectacle. Randolph's career before and after King Kong was notable yet fraught with challenges. He was a respected actor on stage and screen, but personal hardships shadowed his life. In the late 1970s, he faced significant health issues, suffering a paralysis from a stroke that affected his speech and mobility. Despite the setback, he continued to work, showcasing his resilience. Randolph's private life was also tumultuous. He faced accusations of marital infidelity during his first marriage, leading to long-lasting tensions. By the 1980s, he became increasingly reclusive, burdened by a strained relationship with the industry and personal demons. The last known information about Randolph indicates he passed away in January 2004, leaving behind a complex legacy of talent and turmoil.
Okay, Jack, you go first.
In the 1976 film King Kong, Jack O'Halloran played the role of Joe Perko, a tough, no-nonsense character who stands as an enforcer within the unfolding chaos. O'Halloran's imposing physique and intensity brought a realism to Perko, making him a memorable part of the ensemble cast. His portrayal added depth to the film, showcasing a character grappling with conflict and moral ambiguity amidst the larger struggle between humanity and the great ape. After King Kong, O'Halloran's career included roles in films like Superman and Superman 2, where he played the villain Non. He transitioned into boxing, using his height and strength effectively in the ring, showcasing his physical prowess outside of acting. However, his life has not been without difficulties. He faced struggles with personal demons, including challenges related to his family life and marriage. Speculation about his choices sometimes led to public scrutiny. Later years saw him involved in various endeavors, including motivational speaking. Despite the complexities of his life, he remains a figure of interest for his compelling mix of strength and vulnerability. Last known reports suggest he has retreated from public life, choosing to maintain a low profile as he reflects on his journeys through fame and hardship. Corbin Bernsen portrayed a journalist in the 1976 film King Kong, using his role to bring depth to the chaotic story of mankind's obsession with the colossal ape. His character's investigative nature showcased Bernsen's ability to blend seriousness with a touch of intrigue, reflecting the dark undertones of the tale. This performance laid the foundation for a career that would see him navigate various genres, gaining fame through notable roles in television and film. After King Kong, Bernsen's career flourished with roles in L.A. Law, where he played Arnie Becker. However, behind the scenes, his life faced challenges. He experienced personal struggles, including a tumultuous divorce from actress Amanda Pays in the early 2000s, which left a deep emotional impact. Bernsen also publicly battled depression, revealing the stark contrast between his on-screen success and off-screen pain. Moreover, his departure from Hollywood's bright lights led him to explore a more introspective life, directing and producing independent films. As of recent information, Bernsen remains active in the industry, focusing on projects close to his heart while continuing to contend with the shadows of his past. His journey encapsulates the stark realities of fame, leaving a lingering sense of curiosity about the man behind the roles.
It's all set, Jack. Coast to coast tour. We open in New York. Lights.
Peter Cullen's portrayal of King Kong in the 1976 film brought a haunting depth to the giant ape, embodying both strength and vulnerability. His voice lent a raw, primal force to the character, establishing an emotional connection that resonated with audiences. Behind the scenes, Cullen faced unique challenges as an actor in a tumultuous era for Hollywood, marked by technological advancements and special effects that threatened traditional performances. Cullen's career spanned decades, including voice roles that would become iconic, especially in cartoons like Transformers. However, his life was not without struggles. He battled severe personal issues, including depression, and the pressures of an industry that often prioritizes commercial success over artistic integrity. Cullen was involved in several public controversies, including disputes over voice actor rights and industry recognition, which cast shadows on his achievements. In recent years, Cullen has largely distanced himself from the limelight, focusing on private projects and charity work. The latest news indicates he remains active in various voice roles, ensuring his legacy continues to influence new generations of voice actors.
Sue me.
Oh, Jack, don't leave me tonight, please.
John Lone portrayed the Chinese cook in the 1976 film King Kong, a role that highlighted his ability to bring depth to characters shaped by cultural and personal struggles. Despite the film's commercial success, Lone's career faced challenges in a Hollywood landscape that often overlooked Asian actors. After King Kong, he gained attention for his performance in Farewell to the King, revealing his talent and poise in leading roles. However, his journey was not without darkness. Lone dealt with personal hardships, including battles with depression and the undertones of loneliness that plagued his fame. Scandals surrounded his personal life, notably an arrest for a violent incident in 1987, which led to a tumultuous period that expanded his reputation beyond acting. Lone gradually faded from the spotlight in the 1990s, though he continued to appear in select projects. As of the latest available information, he has remained largely private in recent years, with few public appearances, embodying the mysterious nature of his life beyond the camera.
Yes.
God, I haven't had a good one of those in years.
Jessica Lange's portrayal of Duan in the 1976 film King Kong marked a pivotal moment in her career. Duan, a glamorous and carefree character, is thrust into a perilous world, showcasing Lange's ability to blend vulnerability with strength. This role established Lange as a notable actress in Hollywood, but her journey was anything but simple. Following King Kong, she faced numerous tribulations in her personal life. Lange endured the emotional pain of a tumultuous relationship with actor Sam Shepard, the father of her 2 children. The couple faced deep challenges amid his struggles with alcoholism and infidelity, which led to a painful breakup. In the years that followed, Lange's career rose sharply, earning her Academy Awards for Best Supporting Actress and Best Actress. However, her personal life remained marked by struggles, including the tragic loss of her close friend, actress, and director Faye Dunaway. This event deeply affected Lange, casting a long shadow over her life. As of now, Jessica Lange continues her work in acting and theater but has retreated from the public eye, focusing on painting and living a quieter life. Recent interviews reveal her introspective nature an ongoing passion for the arts. Brent Huff played an uncredited role as an extra in the 1976 film King Kong. Positioned amidst the chaos of the story, his presence served as part of the background of a film that became a significant part of cinematic history. However, King Kong was just a footnote in a complex life filled with various roles and challenges. Following the film, Huff's career evolved, leading him through a series of smaller roles and appearances in television and film, but he never achieved the spotlight he may have envisioned. Beyond his career, Huff faced personal hardships, including the strains of financial instability that come with being a working actor. His life was further complicated by allegations of misconduct that surfaced in the late 1980s, creating a shadow over his reputation. Though he tried to pivot his career toward directing and writing, the stigma from past scandals lingered. In recent years, details about Brent Huff have faded from the public eye, leaving only whispers of his earlier work. As of the last known information, his current endeavors remain elusive, reflecting a life that once flickered brightly amid the glitz of Hollywood, but has since dimmed into obscurity. Ed Lauter portrayed the role of Carnahan in the 1976 movie King Kong, marking a significant moment in his career. Carnahan, a tough and resourceful character, is central to the film's survival narrative on Skull Island. Lauter's performance was marked by an intensity that captured the peril and desperation of the situation. He amplified the drama of the story, contributing to the film's lasting impact on audiences. After King Kong, Lauter's career flourished, with notable roles in films like The Longest Yard and television shows like The X-Files and Hawaii Five-0. However, Lauter faced personal hardships, including a tough battle with cancer diagnosed in 2013. Despite this, he continued to work and engage with fans until his passing in 2014. He was known for his deep voice and striking presence, which often typecast him in tough guy roles. Outside of acting, Lauter had a complex personal life, marked by several failed marriages and struggles with the pressures of Hollywood. He often grappled with the darker side of fame, feeling overshadowed by larger stars. Despite these challenges, Lauter remained a respected figure in the industry, remembered for his dedication to his craft and his compelling performances.
He could be right. Kong.
As we wrap up our look at the 1976 movie King Kong, it's hard not to feel a wave of nostalgia for a time when movie magic transported us to new worlds. Remember Jessica Lange, whose career took off after her role as Do-One, or the incredible offering from Jeff Bridges as the passionate climber, Jack? Each actor navigated their own challenges, from Lange's swift rise in Hollywood to Bridges balancing serious roles while maintaining his unique charm. The film itself, with its groundbreaking special effects, faced hurdles, including a troubled production and budget constraints that pushed the creative team to innovate. Did you watch King Kong in your childhood? What memories does it bring back for you? Maybe it was that thrilling moment when Kong climbed the Twin Towers, or the heartbreaking end that left a mark on your heart. We invite you to share your stories in the comments. Let's reminisce together about how this iconic film impacted us all.
Confuse this girl's mind. This is her big chance, and yours too. You know, there are stars at Princeton, the same way